Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. If it's your first time here, please subscribe, comment down below, share this video, hit that like button, help with the algorithm. I would greatly appreciate it on this channel. I want to talk about Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is right around the corner. A lot of people look forward to getting with their loved ones, eating the turkey, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, all the good sides, whatever you like, whatever you love. But in the times we living in, the devil is running wild, ladies and gentlemen. And we know this in many ways. He's putting it right in front of our faces. They put social media in place for a reason. Social media was not only so you can communicate with people from afar, from a distance, all over the country, all over the world. It was also put in place to wreak havoc, to cause chaos, confusion, destruction. That's really what it was for, to put it all in the forefront. That's what the news is for as well. I want people to wake up. So I'm not going to go deep down that rabbit hole, but it all coexists with what I'm talking about in this video about Thanksgiving. This movie, disgusting. That's why we're talking about this movie and the person, the nerve of him. This is a spit in Native Americans' faces. But at the same time, how could I dare be mad? This is what America is. This is what America was built on. America was built on bloodshed. America was built on thievery, stealing. That may not be a word, I apologize, but America was built on stolen land. America was built on stolen ideas. America was built on slavery, okay? Must I remind you? So everybody who thinks Thanksgiving is such a great holiday, hunky-dory holiday, all happy, it shouldn't be. I have Cherokee Indian in my family from my grandmother. So every time Thanksgiving comes around, I feel some type of way. I think about the Native Americans. I think about how they were tricked, I could relate to the thing. Comment down below if you could relate to the Native Americans. Are you a person who befriended people and you got stabbed in the back? They gave you your behind the kiss. They tricked you, But it was worse for the Native Americans. They killed them and they stole their land. Have you ever befriended somebody and they stole something from you? Some of you people have befriended people and they stole some property. They stole something that could help you get ahead, get to the next level, whatever that may be. Some people have lost businesses to other people. We're talking about lives, though. We're talking about livelihood. We're talking about generational wealth. Generational wealth was stolen from Native Americans, and it hasn't been given back. And then for this man, he actually is from the place where all this went down back in the 1600s, in the early 1600s, Massachusetts. The Pilgrims, they settled in Cape Cod, Massachusetts due to the weather being so bad. They felt like it was safer for them to stay there. And boy, did that decision pay off, huh? Because they learned. You want to talk about agriculture? They learned agriculture from the Native Americans and the Africans. That's what these white men did when they cast the sea and they landed. They saw people functioning. That's why Christopher Columbus, I'm gonna keep saying it, Christopher Columbus, man, the fact that's still a holiday, banks were closed, post office was closed, the money stopped, the mail stopped, and kids were out of school. The fact that still happened recently, this year, in 2023, is disgusting. A spit in people's faces. He did the same thing the Pilgrims did to the Native Americans in Massachusetts. He did the same thing, Christopher Columbus. He did. He stole, he raped, he killed, he enslaved. He did all those things. So the nerve of this Jewish man, this guy is Jewish. Eli Roth, ladies and gentlemen, that's the name of the screenwriter and director of this movie. He's from Massachusetts as well. Yep, I said it, and it's the truth. We're gonna get into it. Pay attention to your screen, all right? I apologize that it's been like this for a while, but I just wanted to get into the breakdown of what we're gonna be talking about here. It gets real. It's disgusting. So first, we're gonna talk about it. What you see on your screen right here, you see them shaking hands with them. You see them exchanging with them. Agriculture. This is the real version of the agriculture back here, which I don't remember them telling us this in school. I can't remember. I was a bad kid in school. I'm not gonna lie. In middle school, in elementary, middle school. So if they did tell us this truth, it went over my head. And it's gonna go over a lot of young kids' heads too in school, in certain areas in the hood. So maybe they'll see this video or come across this video, or you could share this video with them, and they'll hear the truth when Thanksgiving comes across. And just know the truth about America, how America was ran all chaos. Like the devil. The devil is to kill, steal, and destroy. And that's what America has done. That's what America is built on. And that's why I understand about people not kneeling to the flag. They're doing it for their certain reasons because of police brutality. But if you look at America as a whole and what they did to Native Americans, and a lot of black people have a little bit of Native American in them and don't even realize it. One of my favorite football players, Troy Polamalu, who used to play for the Steelers. He's a Native American, isn't he? Pretty sure he is. You know? I've won a lot of money at the casino. I've lost a lot of money at the casino. Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. In Unksville, Connecticut. Uncasville, however you say it. Indians are out there. They own that land. But the Wampanoag tribe, that's the name of the Indian tribe that was in Massachusetts in the early 1600s. They didn't get their land back. And they have family still alive to this day. They have great-great-grandkids and people, family, plenty of them that still live out there. And there's still 4,000 to 5,000 of them still alive till this day. There is. In Massachusetts. And they live in Massachusetts. Can you believe that? And you got this Jewish man coming out with this movie. We're going to get to that. Thank you if you're still here. Hit that like button if you're still here. This is going to be a lengthy video. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be kind of long. So, as Americans sit down to a table full of food this Thanksgiving Day, many may retell a story they learned in elementary school about the Pilgrims who befriended the local Indians after the Mayflower dropped its anchor in Cape Cod in 1620. It's that story that has endured in mythology the image of European settlers giving thanks with Native Americans. You see the picture on the screen. We're going to move on because I had this up here for a while. What happened to the Wampanoag tribe after Thanksgiving? So they had Thanksgiving. The Pilgrims sat down. They broke bread. The Native Americans, rather, broke bread with the Pilgrims. Because I'm pretty sure the Pilgrims were low on food. They were traveling. The water was shaky. You know, and they're there for a reason. They're there because the water is so bad and the weather is so bad that it's not worth them going out and risking and losing their lives. So they're at where they're at. They saw that the Native Americans are eating good. They have their fish. They have their fire. They can create fires. They have their teepees, their huts where they're staying and living. You know, they eating good. There's women, there's children, and they look healthy because they all are healthy. You know, they were eating raccoon, squirrel. They were eating all this different types of meat, everything you could think of. And again, fish, as I said before. You know, they were good hunters. And bear's fur to keep warm. You know, they had a system going. They had a good system going. And the Pilgrims saw this. And they said, we had a good system going. The Pilgrims saw this. And they said, oh, yeah, we could definitely, we could definitely capitalize off of this. They saw the future gain. For the Wampanoags and many other American Indians, the fourth Thursday of November is considered a day of mourning, not a day of celebration. I'm going to repeat it again. For the Wampanoag and many other American Indians, the fourth Thursday of November is considered a day of mourning, not a day of celebration. Because while the Wampanoags did help the Pilgrims survive, their support was followed by years of slow, unfolding genocide of their people and the taking of their land. Look up the word genocide if you don't know what it means. When I talked about generational wealth, when I talked about everything being taken from the Indians, I wasn't making this up. It is right here. And they got a nerve to be calling that Thanksgiving. Who's giving thanks? That's the white people. That's the white people who are family to this land, who have financial gain because of this, who still own this land. That's them. That's their day. That's not for all Americans, because not all Americans think this way. But it's a shame that they want to push this on the people, and that's what they have done. And it's sad. It's disgusting. The proof is right here, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and take your time and take that in. Pause this, whatever you need to do. I want you people to realize that these people are greedy. These people have always been greedy. It's in their blood. It's in their blood. They could have worked together with the Indians. The Indians shared with them ideas. They could have worked together. Why did they have to kill the Indians? Why did they have to do this? Because these people are of the devil. These people have always been of the devil. That's what I'm telling you. Christianity, being a Catholic, Jehovah Witness, any religion, it's of the devil. There's only one God, and you just got to believe in God. And I'm telling you, once you feel his connection, his presence, he will show you he's real. I promise you, in due time. You don't have to go to church. You don't have to read no Bible. God is not in a book. God is in your heart. He's in you. He's in all of us, because we are still here breathing and walking today because of him. All right. So I want you to realize every single holiday, from Christmas to Thanksgiving to Valentine's Day, to Christopher Columbus, to Martin Luther King, all of these holidays are evil. I'm telling you, the devil is behind all of these. And yes, I said Martin Luther King too. I'll do a video on that too as well. All right. But again, the American flag should mean nothing to black people. It means nothing to black people. It is not for the American people. It is for the people who are family members of Europeans like these pilgrims, like John Carver, people of John Carver. If you go into your ancestry or your background, your bloodline, if you're a European white person and you find out you're related to any type of European, like a pilgrim or any type of person that had slaves or enslaved people, or came on this land and settled on this land, and their family killed, still, or destroyed, then that's where your money's coming from. That's why you were born into wealth. And a lot of white people were born into wealth. So again, black people, people of Indian descent, this is what Thanksgiving is really about. So what happened to their land, you may ask? What happened to their promised land? As you see, the federal government promised that their new land will remain unmolested forever. But as the line of settlement pushed westward, Indian country, quote, in quotes, shrank and shrank. In 1907, Oklahoma became a state and the Indian territory was considered lost. You see that? You see that? It got smaller and smaller. They never came to a solid agreement. Because they don't care. It's sad. It's messed up, man. It's just like as if they decided to take over parts of Africa, which they already have. They already have. There's parts of Africa they already have taken over. It's crazy. So, how many Wampanoag are left, you may ask? About 4,000 to 5,000. They live in New England today. And only 6 tribal communities remain from the original 69 in a Wampanoag nation. Recently, relations in the Caribbean islands have been found. These people are descendants of native Wampanoag people who were sent into slavery after King Philip's War. And you could go and see what happened in King Philip's War if you like to as well. So you could just see what happened, man. King Philip is another one. There's so many. There's so many, man. And again, I can't stress this enough. During that time, there were so many Native Americans and Africans that became African Americans due to them bringing them over here. But so many Africans that were big into agriculture, that didn't need anybody, that were doing their thing, that were surviving. And some were slaving each other on that land. I'm not going to lie. Some Native Americans were slaving each other. Some African Americans were slaving each other. But they were doing fine. They had a system going. They were feeding themselves with all types of different animal and rodent meat. What we would consider today rodents meat. If we had to today, people couldn't eat no squirrel. Half of you people couldn't eat a raccoon. Half of you people couldn't eat a possum. And a lot of these possums, raccoons, they walking around thick. They healthy. You eat one of those, you'll be good for a couple of days, a few days. No lie. And your ancestors, some of our ancestors were eating out on a daily. If they seen the size of some of these rodents, they would be like, oh man, don't let them see a cat. I don't know if cats existed back then or anything like that. Because Asian and Chinese people will serve you a cat real quick. But Yeah, man, it's just sad. And that's why I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate any of these holidays. I love the joy of Christmas and everything like that, but as far as celebrating it and the way I used to as and the way I feel as a kid, no. I never really had a good Christmases anyway, so I never really thankfully I never really was invested in it. But any adults and any of you people still invested in it and you don't know this story, you hearing this story now, shame on you. So here, you have Brian Whedon. He's the chairman of the Mashpee Wampanoag tribe, outside his tribe's museum in Mashpee, Massachusetts. His tribe had the first Thanksgiving meal with the Pilgrims in 1621. You see that? And notice what they say. Notice they said his tribe had the first Thanksgiving. So there were many. There were many after that to come. It's sad. It's very sad. And you see this was written by Dana Hedgepeth. It's kind of unbelievable when you look at what was promised to them and how it was taken, said the tribal educator. And this was from 2021. This was from 2021, ladies and gentlemen. And this man is coming out with this movie in 2023. Let's get into Eli Roth. So here he is, Eli Roth, 51 years old. Eli Raphael Roth is an American film director, screenwriter, producer, and actor. As a director and producer, he is most closely associated with the horror genre, namely splatter films, having directed the films Cabin Fever and Hostel. That's who this dude is. And he's a screenwriter and director of this film, Thanksgiving, with John Carver going around killing people with the John Carver, got the pilgrim with the John Carver mask face, killing people. Roasted a woman in the oven at the end. And he's Jewish. And that's why I say, was Kanye right? Kanye was right. Kanye was right. And that's why I said, when people, this whole anti-Semitic thing is a joke. It's BS. All we're doing is specifying the type of white person it is. He's a Jew, whether he's Italian, whether he's British, whether he's Irish. You know, you're specifying him. That's all you're doing. It's not anti-Semitic. It's BS. It's a whole bunch of bullshit, in my opinion. But yeah, man. All these people in Hollywood, they're here to kill, steal, and destroy. That's what they signed up for when they took the oath. They don't worship God, man. They worship the Baphomet. They worship the devil, and they love this type of stuff. So look, here it is. He was raised Jewish. His family were Jewish immigrants from Austria, Hungary, Russia, and Poland. In addition to English, he speaks French, Italian, and basic Russian. He began shooting films at the age of 8 after watching Ridley Scott's Alien, 1979, which I don't know what that movie is. Obviously, I wouldn't. I was born in 1990, and I don't watch old films. I don't watch too many old movies like that. But yeah, here's some more info about him right here. He was born 1972 from Newton, Massachusetts. His wife's name is Lorenzo Izzo. And his up and coming movies are Thanksgiving, obviously, what we're talking about, and Borderlands. 6 feet tall. And his parents are Sheldon Roth and Cora Roth. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. If you watch this whole video, man, comment down below. Let me know how you feel. Do you see Thanksgiving differently? Are you still going to celebrate the same? How do you feel about the American flag? Because you gotta kind of resonate with the people who choose not to put their stand and put their hand on their chest. You know, the flag is not for us. Again, it's not for us. It's for them. This movie needs to not be saw. It needs to be banned. I know it's not going to be banned because the elites have control. The Jews they run the movies. They run Hollywood. You know, they run a lot of companies, a lot of small companies, a lot of companies that people work for. You know, companies you wouldn't even think of. A lot of are Jewish ran, Jewish backing. A lot of housing. You know, all these new luxury apartments going up every day. A lot of them are being built by Jews. A lot of people are being put out by Jews, getting their car repoed by Jews. You know, a lot of people are getting evicted by Jews. It's not a joke. I'm not saying it just to say it. It's the truth. And again, Kanye was right. I can't stress this enough. Don't shoot the messenger. If the message is real, the message is truth. If it's factual, you know, that it is what it is, man. If you like to believe lies, you keep believing lies. You know, I realize we're in a time where it's seeming like lies are the truth and the truth is a lie nowadays because fake is good and real is fake. You know, that's how a lot of people are acting, how a lot of people see it. You know, but yeah.